So I love lots of young, hungry people who are here for growth and want to learn and are ready to work long hours and just go all in. And the people at the call it the back half of their career that are here that they've made enough money, they know they can get a job wherever they feel like it. You're not doing them a favor by giving them a job, and they're not a term I hate, which is careerists. They're not obsessed with their title. They're not obsessed with their career path, what their promotion plan is going to be. They basically have a litmus test, which is like, I have to make about this to get to come in and do this with you. But they actually just really love the work. And so these people are learning. So the young people are learning and overcompensating with tons of hours and reps. And these people are bringing their experience to the game and creating significantly more leverage with strategy. The people in the middle are the ones that tend to be the pain in the ass for everybody. And I don't think, and to be clear here, I don't think this is actually an age thing. I think it's a perspective thing. So it's just, are you here for growth or are you here to share what you know? And I think that it's the people in the middle that are like, well, I'm bringing something, but I need some. It's like this kind of tit for tat relationship that I would say the vast majority of people that don't work out are in that bucket.
And what role does naivety play in innovation here? Because the kids that don't know the rules
Yeah,
are more likely to stumble across new answers, right?
I think yes. You can fundamentally you can disrupt any industry if you don't know how it's supposed to go. And so, but I think that really teases out something we said at the very beginning, which is starting from first principles, which is what are the few things I know to be true, and then basically forgetting everything else. And when you build from those assumptions up, you end up building lots of different paths up the mountain that may or may not have been trodden before. I think one of the most corroborating things that can happen sometimes is that like you re-derive a solution that already works, and you're like, okay, well now I know why this works, right? And I think that's actually then you have more confidence in the path, and you're like, okay, that's fine, but now I know why we're doing this, not just because other people did it, but because I understand why it works. And so I think it just comes down to what are the few truths that I know to be true and going all in on those things. Like, I know that if customers love my product, they are more likely to tell other people about it than if they hate it. That I feel very confident. So then we say, okay, what are the things that must occur in order to get someone to quote, love my product, AKA increase the likelihood that they tell their friends about it or post about us. And so now and you can break this, and again, this is where quality and quantity of metrics matter. So it's like, how much more nuance can I break this up into small pieces? So it's like, okay, at what time do we deliver these messages? Or around what experiences that have high likelihood of them posting? Can we decrease the friction around them sending friends? How can we make it both easy and how can we incentivize it? And so all of these components, whether it's a service business, a physical products business, a software business, it still works the same way. And for each customer, for example, as we're taking someone through this, I have 4 milestones that I look for, which are the 4 R's. So how do I get them to review my product? In order it'd be, how do I retain them immediately? How do I get them to review my product? How do I get them to refer somebody? And then how do I resell them? And so they're basically, those 4 R's is what I try and take every customer through. And it's a very simple framework, right? When you think, I was like, oh man, customer success, what does it mean? It's just like, well, these are the 4 things that I want to occur. And so all I'm trying to do is reverse engineer what activities increase the likelihood that each of these 4 R's happen.